Okay, so we start off with taking our deep breath and filling up our lungs and holding at the top a little bit and then letting go nice and slow and all that old air out. Keep letting the tummy come down, 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 and all the old air out. And then just come to normal breathing. But just be conscious of it. I want you to just follow your normal breathing. It might not be quite so normal. You might be having some bigger, longer inhales now and longer exhales that you're paying attention. And that is ideal. I want you to just pay attention to the breath, and if it becomes longer, then that's perfect. Good. Just keep going with the natural breath and putting some trust in that breath. It's just like, you know what? That breath really calms me down. That conscious breathing. When I think about my breath, I immediately feel my body relax and calm down, and like my blood pressure go down and my lipids even out and the cortisol evens out just by breathing here. Stress goes away. And so I want to put trust into my breath and trust it to calm me down and balance me out and relax the situation just by coming to the breath like 1,000 times a day, being so conscious of your breathing. And coming into the moment around you as you slow down that breath. What's happening around you at that moment? Becoming super present with your breath and what is going on around you at that time. You open your eyes as you're listening to your breath and feeling your breath and see what is before your eyes right now. And if they're closed, even better. Go into that darkness. Close your eyes when you're breathing. And go inside. Go into your chest and imagine what it looks like as your lungs are expanding and your ribs are expanding and seeing oxygen go inside of your lungs and then feel it going out. And what does it look like when the diaphragm comes up and pushes all the air out of your lungs? And then let that belly breath begin. And just feel the body and see darkness. And you can be using your imagination as to what the body parts look like. I like to think of the magic school bus sometimes and seeing the organs on the inside and following the breath. What a great little show that was. And then coming into that darkness. Let go of your breathing. Know that the body is going to take care of it automatically. And concentrate more on what you're seeing in the darkness. Do you see any limits in this darkness, or does the darkness just go on? Limitless. No boundaries. Just look into the darkness. Don't be thinking any other thoughts. Just look deeper and deeper into this dark void of space. Letting go of the outside world. Letting go of self-image, things you think of about yourself, because you're right now just in this dark void. So letting go of the body. And just keep searching deeper into this void and thinking, if I let go of the body, maybe I can connect with my spiritual self to find how deep this darkness of space and void goes. Like you're in the universe, in a dark hole, black hole, and it's just so black. But that's where you are right now, and you're just safe with it. You feel very fine swimming in your own personal space here and going deep inside of yourself. Knowing that you're able to let go of the physical self and just be here, floating in space with your spirit. Because you're not with the physical self anymore, you're at the spiritual level. And notice your breath. And notice your spirit connecting to it. And we can think of our spirit here in the heart center, where we feel emotions, where we feel a flip, where we feel love. We see something lovely, we feel it flip in our heart. And if we see or witness something scary, our heart sinks. So just assuming, because it would be very, 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 very hard, but they are getting there with technology of pinpointing exactly where is the spirit in you, if not all over you, but this emotional part of the spirit that guides it through the darkness of a higher vibration or a lower vibration. We can turn up the power of this. I'm thinking of like a little motorboat here that would guide us up through the prettier islands that are higher, and then there are the lower islands that are there. They have to be there. We have to acknowledge them as being part of the balance, the lower vibration, but using our heart as the motor in our little motorboat to guide us towards our own dwelling space of higher vibration and loving this part of the islands and this part of our own inner universe. And the vibration of love just sings here. It vibrates a beautiful, could be a harp playing a beautiful bloop, 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 bloop song. And there is this other vibration that's constantly going on, and it is the breath. The vibration of your breath and your pulse. How your breath is sending your pulse through your body. And sort of like tuning in the boat and the motor and the steering mechanism all together of steering towards the higher vibration and keeping it there, and just recognizing that yes, there was that lower vibration in our life sometimes. It's part of the tide and it flowing in and out. And this is true for our earth and our own bodies and what is going on, like with menstruation and the full moons and the tide coming in and out in this perfect pulse of the earth at that physical level of the land and water and stars and moons, something that we can see. But there's the magnetic part of it all that makes it happen. And that's the motor. And it's this magnetic pull, and it's the pulse of the earth. And we can tune in to the pulse of the earth with our breath. And so if you can imagine the pulse of the earth being the tide coming in and out, and connecting your breath with the pulse of the tide, just thinking about your breath and the tide coming in and out, your own inner ocean inside. And it could be, we'll just set a little visual, that you're out at night and it's dark right now since your eyes are closed. And that tide is pulsing in and out. And you can hear the tide pulsing in and out. And you can feel yourself becoming one with the tide, one with the pulse of earth, and just being in flow at this magnetic level, this energetic level, your breath, your pulse, the earth and its breath with the tide coming in and out, creating jet streams, creating weather, creating human chaos or human peace. It's up to us and our conscious breath and tuning in to this energy field that connects us to earth, connects us to the full moon and the stars, and connects us to the universe. Our breath, our conscious awareness of our energy and our magnetic field, and keeping it balanced and straight and clean and clear and vibrating at the level of love. Tune into your breath. Tune in to your pulse. See if you can feel it in your hands. See if you can feel your heart beating. Feel your chest rising and falling. Tuning in to the tide in and out with your breath, as if you were in control of the tide on earth. And tuning in to the way the earth spins, that your breath and your magnetic energy and your pulse is the same pulse that spins the earth on its axis with this magnetic pull, your energy, the earth's energy, everything on the earth, the energy and the spin on the axis. And that you're also in control of this spin of the moon going around us as well. Your breath is in control of the moon, pumping it around the earth. And the stars and their great spin around And as we are spinning around, and we're all going around the sun together in this perfect unified field, and that the whole universe is part of our breath. We are responsible for it. We are part of it. And feel this magnitude of space and universe and the consciousness of your breath intertwined with it, and how limitless your spirit is, your breath. Go looking deep into that darkness now and see that you are part of it and that it is you. And you are this limitless person. You've let go of any smallness of yourself in this human form. You bring yourself back down in the tiny human form that is not significant, that is just a container for your spirit while you are having these experiences on earth. The spirit is the expression of you in this human form. You are the expression of God. And this is you experiencing life on earth. And having morale about this by knowing you are supposed to be doing your best to you. The best form of you while you're here on this little tiny planet, in this little tiny capsule of a human that we tend to make ourselves all about, the human form. And we are just letting that go. We are honoring it. We are in love with it. We love it with this gigantic magnitude of universal love and the magnetic waves and the energy and the frequency, all of it put together into you, this energetic soul inside this little body. But then we could go deep inside the little body, just like the magic school bus, and it is its own universe as well. The stars, your cells. There are so many cells in the body, and they are as big and as the stars in the universe. You are your own universe. You are this human form. And if there's something not in sync with your tide in your human form, it would be what medicine calls dis-ease. If there's something about your spirit that is not aligned with the tide, we would want to address it. And we'd want to vibrate our spirit in the love vibration, because this is what makes things whole. This is what brings up those lower vibrations. The only thing that could bring it up is a high vibration. And so we'd have to tune into that high vibration as a practice, as a exercise for spiritual health, which would in turn bring the body into alignment. Take a breath on that. Following your breath. Noticing the breath like the tide. Calming down, becoming neutral. We have to honor the low vibration and the high vibration. We come to neutrality. We honor the body and the spirit. We are conscious, and we honor the consciousness. We observe, and we honor the observer. And we witness miracles. We witness spiritual health. We witness this experience that we're going through. And if something that we may label as truth by many years of people telling us something is right and something is wrong, and so we believe them, but is it our truth? Is it who we are? Or is it just a belief of somebody else's that we've learned to believe? Can we come back to the true self and embrace it and let go of any old beliefs that say, because you witnessed something horrible, that brings you down? That would be a belief of many people in many years that say how crazy you saw something so horrible. That must attach you to horribleness. Can you see the craziness of that, of agreeing with that? That maybe it was just part of your experience. That maybe it brings you to this point in your life of unbalance, and you realize that that was a belief. That was just a belief that something was that horrible, that it must affect me, that I must attach to the horribleness. Something that traumatic, something that... And it's like, is it? Is it that traumatic? Or was it other souls' experiences? Were they just living their truth? And you attach to it. You attach their story to yours. Take a breath on that. Clear, clear, clear. Delete, delete, delete. Delete that from your belief of who you are. Clear that story and clean it. Just clean it up. It was an experience. I honor it. It was truth because I saw it and felt it. And it's something I'm going to grow from. And I forgive everyone involved. I don't attach to their experience. I don't attach to anything negative. I just witness it as a vibration, because I am an energetic person. I am an energetic soul. I am energy, witnessing other energy. And that's it. It's not who I am. I am perfect. I am balanced. I am whole. And I release attachment to physical things, witnessed things, experienced things that are negative, that happened in the past. And all of those things from the past that I attached to and I believed in because I was told to believe in them by other people do not have attachment to me. I let go of them. I tune in to my neutral self. I realize there is good and there is bad. There just is. It's perfect balance. And my true self must make peace with it all. This is my experience. This is what I'm supposed to come to neutrality with, is peace. So that someday, when I am presented to my counselors and they say, "How'd you do with your life? This experience on earth, how was it? How would you grade yourself?" You could say, "Oh my, I was lost for a little while, but I figured it out. I found my true self floating in space, breathing the tide. I honed in to perfect energy, neutrality, and I just was, and I just experienced the present moment and really came into presence, the beauty around me, the gifts I've been given, the blessings I've received, the miracles I've witnessed, and for the experiences that made me who I am. I'm so grateful. I think I had a good life. It was experienced as I agreed upon before I even came here. I said, this time that I go on earth, I want it to be interesting, and I want it to be courageous, and I want it to be winning, and I want it to be brave, and I want it to be smart, and I want it to be genuine, and I want it to be loving, and just end up peaceful, where I won over that challenge that was a belief system that I tapped into my spirit, my presence. I tapped into the super healing power that I had. And I didn't agree with old labels and judgments. I found love. I found so much self-love. It's as big as the universe. And I love myself. And this love shines up my energy, and it makes me so strong and since I've seen miracles, I believe in them, I know they can happen, and I accept and receive miracles, and I try to give miracles. And I transmute anything ever that comes out as fear. I transmute it to love. I realize I'm like this filter system, that I'm given these experiences of low vibration for me to filter them and change them into high vibration. That's my job. Transmute fear into love, low vibration into high vibration. Just a vibration, I'm just a frequency, and I'm tuning it up. And I'm at this perfect receiving space, this perfect filtering space. And I come to it and check into it 1,000 times a day by witnessing my breath in this moment and knowing I am safe. I'm safe. And I send this perfect energy to my organs. We'll start at the lower organs. We'll start with the energy points in our body that are in charge of these organs and the emotions that go with them. And I come to the root chakra. I come right down here to my colon and my bladder, and I bless them with this beautiful, neutral, loving energy. And I shine up this energy center, and I make it whole and complete and healthy. I see everything perfect. And I breathe on it. And I clean it. Clean, clean, clean. And I come right below my belly button in my sacral chakra. And in charge of my intestines, my sex organs, my hormones. And I clean, clean, clean. I take a breath and I shine this area up. My energy center, the sacral chakra, is orange and shiny and bright. And I send it good vibrations, like the frequency is just right. And I come to my solar plexus right under my ribs, in charge of the organs like the pancreas and the spleen, and all the way through the back into the kidneys and your adrenal glands. And I shine those up. I clean them. I clean them from any toxic or negative energy with this good, clean energy of my solar plexus chakra. Yellow, shiny, bright. Clean, clean, clean. And I breathe on it with a big, neutralizing breath. Releasing any negative energy. And I come up to my heart, this emotion center, the space of love, where your spirit likes to dwell. Enjoy thinking of something you love so much. Thinking of the organs here, the heart and the lungs, cleaning them and bringing them back to balance. Finding peace and neutrality and breathing in this cleansing breath. Exhaling any cloudy darkness. And breathing in love, neutrality, just like equal. Everything is equal here. It's balanced. We accept the good and the bad. We forgive anything that goes against these beliefs we were taught to let go of, the beliefs and anything that we took as negative. And we let it go here. Stay in our heart for a while. It's a big, big, powerful energy center. Cleaning, forgiving, coming to neutral, coming to peace. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Release beliefs. Release beliefs. Coming to neutral. Right here. You are energy. Good, clean energy. Living your best life. You are a good human. You are a good soul. Come from consciousness of truth and love. Hear the vibration here. Truth and love. Truth and love. Line up with your truth and love. Hear the vibration. Truth and love. There is a frequency in the words. Truth and love. Clean, clean, clean. Peace and neutrality. Truth and love. You are whole, equal, balanced. You are truth. You are love. You forgive against any beliefs, and you release beliefs. This brings you peace and neutrality. Find your breath. Let it go. We'll come to the throat chakra. Big energy center here. This is your voice of truth, your voice of peace, a creative center where your words come from. And your word is your magic wand. Your word is powerful. Connect your word to the heart, the love for yourself, and only speak impeccable words of love and health to yourself. You are whole. You are truth. You are love. This is your truth. You are not attached to old beliefs of yours or others, your ancestors. You release the beliefs. You make peace. You feel love for yourself and your ancestors and for the connectedness to everyone, as we are all one, part of the perfect balance. your voice, your words, your creativity. See if you can feel the pulse in your throat, around your glands. Connect to the pulse of the earth and breathe with the tide. Ground down with your exhale. Become balanced, centered, focused, peaceful. Long exhale, grounding down, growing roots, becoming a grounding rod, and breathe natural. And see the darkness. Come back to the darkness in your eyes. What you're seeing with your eyes closed. And coming to the third eye, right in the middle of your forehead, and go right into the middle of your brain, to the pineal gland. And breathe and think of your pineal gland. This is where your subconscious lives. This is like your motherboard, your programming station, and your connection to God. Kind of another filter here. And knowing that you can program your subconscious with all good thoughts, with acceptance of things that we used to believe were bad. With the idea of becoming your best you, your true self. You, as you know, you can be limitless, boundaryless. You can be the fullest version of yourself. You can embrace you and love you and program yourself this full-on acceptance and self-love. Pure love and health and wellness. And if we witness something with our eyes, we wash our eyes, clean them. Clean this chakra here in our third eye as well. Clean, clean, clean. Everything is for the greater good. Even things that we may want to turn a blind eye to. We accept it as part of our story and forgive our old beliefs and forgive what we thought was once bad. Forgive ourselves, and we forgive the experience. And we come to whole, we come to equal, we come to neutrality, we come to peace. Clean, 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 clean. Deep breath. Come into the moment. And coming up above our head, like a big space between our head. Could be a few inches, could be like a foot. It's flowing with the tide as well, so it's an energy field here above your head. But like if you put your hand above your head, you could feel your hand, even if it's not touching your head, You can still feel where your hand, how far away it is from your head by that feeling of your electromagnetic field, your personal space. And at the very top of that is your crown chakra. You can imagine a floating crown. It's like a funnel that opens up at the top. And this is where you connect to source energy. I've heard of it talked about like a extension cord coming out of the top of your head and plugging into the energy source. Right there, just plug in to source energy. The biggest energetic field of all of us, all connected together. Our energy, our breath, the tide, the moon, the stars, the universe, the sun, all plugged into that unified field. Bloom. You are balanced. You are connected. And we'll clean that chakra on the crown of our head, above our head. Clean, clean, clean. Letting go of any negativity and taking a deep breath in. Connect to source and exhale down and ground. All the way, this straight line right through your body. Imagine that electric cord coming up like from the ground, in the ground, like a grounded electrical energetic current coming right up through the middle of you, and having the plug-in at the top where you plug into the source energy of the unified field all the way around us. All of our energies connect with nature, with animals, with space, with the ocean, with the earth, the magnetic spin of the earth, all the humans. Everything is all connected in this beautiful, perfect, energetic sphere that we're all part of. And having our own sphere around us, our own spheres inside of us. It's very beautiful. It's very big and very small. And take a breath on this. And make peace, neutrality. Accepting what we believe is good, and accepting what we believe is bad, and just making peace. It's all perfect balance. And we are just expressions of this energy of source. We are just part of it. And our job is to vibrate high and clear and loud so that we can bring up the lower stuff. It is up to us to bring up the vibration of our unified field together and accept it and love it and clean. And take a breath on that. Inhale your breath in this moment. Exhale. Feel this peaceful energy all the way around you. Loving it. Very good. Let's come back into this moment. Back into this room. Come back into your body. Notice the perfection of this moment. And wiggle your fingers and toes. Being grateful for that. Take a little stretch through your body. And when you're ready, you can roll on your side and keep your eyes closed when your eye pillow falls off. And rise up fresh and new, shedding off that old skin of that does not serve you. Letting go of anything negative and rising up with love, self-love, equalness, and neutrality.